All right, so let's talk about the latest crypto news, why Bitcoin is breaking its all-time high. We're going to look at 2 or 3 reasons that is happening. We're going to talk about what the remainder of May is going to look like. We got about 8 more days left of May, and then we roll into June and July. We're going to talk about June and July, what to kind of expect in that, and put together at least a high-level plan so that you can be more prepared for what's coming. So my name's Austin. If you're new to me, please consider giving me a like and a subscribe. I do crypto news videos pretty much every day. I cover Bitcoin, I cover XRP, major cryptos. I even cover the meme coin space. So I would greatly appreciate it if you give me a like and a subscribe. Can't talk today on YouTube. If you're watching this on X, please give me a follow. I would appreciate it. All right. So as I said, we've got some interesting things happening. We've added about $100 billion to the overall market cap. We're at a $3.5 trillion marketplace. The lead story today, obviously Bitcoin breaking its all-time high. Right now it's trading at 110,798, but all-time high today is $111,970. And I think we're going to continue to see it maybe roll up. I mean, we've got capital flowing in. We got liquidity entering the market a little bit, and now it's a little siloed coming into the top altcoins like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Excuse me, Bitcoin and then Ethereum, not really flowing into some of the major altcoins. Hugely, like XRP is down a little bit, but you can see Solana's up a little bit. Dogecoin, Cardano, Tron, things. We got a little bit of mixed offering. Hyperliquid obviously up 16+%. So yeah, liquidity flowing back in. Now let's talk about why this is happening and really why Bitcoin is now hitting its all-time high. So basically what we're seeing is that on-chain data is showing some mixed signals, which I think is really the main, sorry, my nose always starts itching when I do videos, is really what I think is the main narrative. We are getting kind of mixed signals, right? We're getting long-term holders are taking some profits. Whale wallets are accumulating aggressively. And overall the sentiment is bullish, but I think it's guardedly optimistic. And I think that's really the narrative. Like, if I look at my Bitcoin, my Ethereum, I'm adding to my bag, but I'm not going all in. I'm not pushing the chips. I'm not chips in the middle of the proverbial table, because I think we're going to see volatility rolling into June, July. We're going to see some pullbacks potentially. Historically, summers are very, very slow for crypto, and that's part of that narrative I wanted to kind of talk with you about summer. Is I think a lot of opportunities are going to come in the summer. We could see Bitcoin pull back as we roll into the summer after it maybe goes a little higher, maybe goes to 113, 114 or so. But if it keeps going, we start to see some significant candles, that's going to rally mainstream media to talk even more about Bitcoin. And I did a tweet earlier today. I want to show this to you because this is really interesting. Look, this is it. If you're holding altcoins, you should cheer for Bitcoin to keep rising, because here's why. Bitcoin surging increases media mainstream and focus, which improves market sentiment. Altcoins rise with that flow, because remember, capital flows to Bitcoin, Ethereum, then major altcoins. More attention from investors, prices climb, profits rotate back into Bitcoin, so forth and so on. There is a cyclical effect that happens here. And so even if you don't own Bitcoin, you need to be in Bitcoin's corner because it is the most globally visible crypto out there. And I'm not a Bitcoin maxi. I own all of them. I love all of crypto, all of those kind of things. But we are getting a little bit of mixed signals, and you can kind of feel it in the data in the market. Okay. All right. So continuing on. So what's kind of going on? What's driving the price of Bitcoin? Look, we got institutional inflows. The institutions are buying. ETFs are going in. Some of the biggest spot ETF cumulative, say that really fast, flow is coming in. ETFs recorded a net inflow of 667 million on May 19th. That was 2 or 3 days ago. So people are putting money into the Bitcoin spot ETFs. Personally, I think they should own the asset directly, but that's a different story. Some people just don't want to. And you also have institutions that are buying into Bitcoin spot ETF, especially BlackRock's IBIT. That's one that we continuously and have already had a lot of disclosures of different, pretty much the spectrum of different entities and organizations that are in and have bought into the Bitcoin spot ETF from BlackRock. Okay. So this is another thing I think is really worth mentioning. For the reason of Bitcoin going up. A softer dollar and Fed dovishness have revived the risk appetite. So dovishness equals bullish. That is Fed speak for bullish. Now hawkish would be Fed speak for bearish, right? So we've got some interesting things playing out, but on-chain data, even though it's a little bit mixed as it specifically relates to Bitcoin, is showing a bullish accumulation phase. So that's what the on-chain data is telling us. And kind of if I refresh here, again, we continue to be up about 2.7%. Fear and greed index is at a 73. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. I mean, overall, we got assets like XRP that has really been consolidating, hasn't really broken out. We really need XRP to break out above this resistance that it's proven at about $2.58. So we need that to happen for XRP. I'm a major XRP holder. I want them to break out there. Bitcoin has already pretty much kind of done its breakout. You can see from right here all the way to here in the last 40 days, it's up 35+%. By the way, that is my trading indicator that gave that buy alert at 35 at 40 days ago. And if you had the software running on your iPhone or Android or your computer, you would have been able to buy it and get 35% move up. Here's Ethereum, kind of similar last 29 days, a buy alert here, 70% up. So $1,000 bought here, you would already been in profit, $705. Solana, 38 days ago, buy alert right there. You can see it up 40+%. So yeah, if you're interested, links in the description below, right down there. There's a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. By the way, the link below is on X, below this video as well. The link will say X1 Algo. That's it. The software costs about $1.15 per day. There's a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. So you can try it. You have zero risk in this if you want to give it a look. Okay. So again, just kind of going through kind of what we're seeing and what we're seeing play out. I think we're going to continue to see for the rest of May a move up. Unless if we know we get significant move up, there's always gonna be profit taking. People are going to get spooked if we run up to about 115, 120. You're going to see some profit taking. You're going to see Bitcoin pull back. You're going to see altcoins pull back a little bit, and then Ethereum will run, and then altcoins will run from there and things of that nature. That's literally kind of the cycle of how capital flows into the market. Okay. Lastly, if you're looking for a great place to move and start doing some trading, this is BTCC. There's a link down in the description below. Give them a look. They have a 10% bonus on first-time deposits. If you click that link down there, it's going to take you to this page. 10% bonus on first-time deposits over $500. So if you put 1,000 in, they're going to give you $100 free. Okay, 10% bonus. You also get extra bonuses up to $10,000+, and they have lower trading fees. Look, they've been trusted by millions for 13+ years. BTC's been around for a long time. No VPN, no KYC. They do have leverage. They do have futures. They do have spot. They have everything you need. And I'm moving a lot of my trading over here. And I'm going to start showing you guys some of the stuff I'm doing on here as well. I'm setting up some things for you guys. So if you're interested, get in that description down there. Click that link. Give it a look. I would love to have you be over there and getting advantage of these bonuses. 10% bonus. They've got really, really low trading fees if you're doing any leverage or any futures or anything like that. They got lots of great content and help. They're an amazing exchange. Been around for 13+ years, millions of users, and no VPN, no KYC necessary to use them. Links down there. Use it and get all that stuff for free. See ya.